Wake me up when we find out Pengy's favorite cheese. Excuse me, sir? Alright. While this boots up, I will be right back. We seem to have returned. Pengy seems like a provolone kind of guy. I do like provolone cheese, yeah. My favorite cheese is probably mozzarella. Alright, guys, Fat Morgan. We're in the last door. Honestly, they are re-meeting all of the people that tormented Morgana when she was alive, and trying to learn their perspective so that they can change history and save Morgana, which will then result in Morgana not becoming a cursed spirit and doing all this crazy shit to them. So, yeah, that's kind of where we're at. We talked to Mel a lot in the last stream, and also, to Nelly. And that means we still have to meet the Beast, we still have to meet, Jacopo. So, I'm expecting, like, quite a bit of lore to happen there, plus some more shit on top of that, you know, on top of those scenes. So, let's see what we can get done tonight. This is the most recent. Though winter has receded and spring is well upon the land, there's still a sharp chill to the night air. Even with the windows shut, the wind still manages to slip through the cracks, making the candle flame waver. Neither Giselle nor I say much of anything, but nevertheless, when she does speak, the sound of her voice, soft and pleasant, relaxes my nerves. Storm is a pepperjack guy? Pepperjack is probably my second favorite cheese. The faint sound of her breathing reminds me I'm not alone, that she's there, always watching over me. When the candle is about half gone, the door swings open. Ugh. Sorry it took so long. What did you want to talk about? You didn't bring anyone with you. No, I didn't. Who do you think I would bring? Hey, Kisoan. Yeah, happy Saturday. How are you? Thanks for tuning into the RTA sesh last night. It was a good time. No one? Oh, no one. I was just checking. Now, I'll get straight to the point. You're afflicted with a great deal of remorse, are you not, Mel? Pardon? I know what you're doing, what you're involved in. What's the topic for the current moment? So we're doing, Fata Morgana. We're in the last door. I don't know if you've been following this, Kiswan, but, basically, Michael's trying to change the past so that Morgana doesn't get killed and doesn't become a cursed spirit. And if he prevents all of this, then it could subsequently affect all the bad things that have happened throughout the game. So this is like the final thing that needs to be corrected for them to have a happy ending. So we have Michael with like Spirit Giselle advising him. I know the girl at the top of the observation tower very well. Her name is Morgana, and you have her imprisoned in the tower. The door requires 3 keys to open, of which you possess 1. You need her for her miracle blood. How? I came here to stop you. How do you know any of that? It's not possible she could have told anyone. Did one of them tell you? No, it wasn't them. I was told all this by Morgana herself. How could she? What I'm about to tell you is going to seem impossible, but every word of it is the truth. I am not from this time. Many, many years after her death, Morgana's soul told me what happened to her. What? What are you even talking about? She's still alive. Not from this time? What? Are you mad? And you come up with any other explanation for how I would know everything I know. There's a single window in the room at the top of the tower. A small, insignificant thing that sits high upon the wall. Entirely useless for communicating with the outside world. In 3 days' time, during the Harvest Festival, Morgana will die. And I must prevent that from happening. Prevent it? To do that, I need your key. This is just poor man's VLR. This game is quite a bit older than VLR, I believe, right? Will you give it to me? Ah, there you go, talking nonsense again. You know, I wanted you not to kick up any dust for your own sake, but I guess that didn't get through, huh? I don't care who you are or where you came from. All that matters is that you intend to stand in our way. What, did you think I was just a helpless little boy? That you could take my key without any trouble? Well, you'd be right about that. If it was only me, stealing my key and setting her free would be a trivial matter. But it's not only me. And the other two, they won't hesitate to kill you. Your life, anyone's life, means nothing to them. You don't know what they're like, how terrifying they can be. They're killers. I'll tell them everything you told me. I'll tell them you know our secret. And don't come crying to me when they come for you. I warned you. Is that what you want? Will you find the comfort you seek by being their devoted little slave and keeping Morgana imprisoned in that tower? What else can I? If you feel at all ashamed about your part in this, if you want to do something to correct it, then you need to take that step. You can't fix this problem on your own, no, but I am here to help. Hey, Dots. Happy Saturday, welcome. You finally made it to a Fata Morgana stream. Wonderful. I think you missed one rotation of the game streams, which would be last weekend. What did you miss? Michael just opened up to Mel and told him that he's from the future, and Mel doesn't believe him. But now Michael's like, I know that you have deep regrets, kid, so you better agree to work with me or else you're a chump. And that's what's happening. I've been catching up on the VOD since I got back. Nice. I hope you enjoyed your time on your vacation. Very nice pictures. And you snuck a selfie in, Dots. We'd love to see it. I'm not ashamed about anything. Don't lie to yourself. Don't act like you know how I feel. What the hell's your deal anyway? You show up out of nowhere, spouting all this I'll save you and I'm here to help rubbish. You need to do this for your sister. See, now that's ridiculous. If I wash my hands of this, I won't have access to the witch's blood anymore. And without that, Nellie can't get better. I honestly hate how I look and I thought it might be that since I had myself over a decade. What? Oh my gosh, Dots. That is crazy. Well, good on you for taking the step and being brave. I think it's a nice picture. She'll die without that blood. Her blood is no miraculous healing power. Popping in to say hi, but I'm out of town and can't stay in chat for long. Hope everyone's doing well. Oh, hi, Sionis. I hope you're having fun being out and about. I don't think we're doing Among Us tonight. I'm probably going to be song requesting and fighting gamesing, so you're not going to miss much. Unless if you enjoy that, which you should, but I know you also enjoy the Among Us. You only believe it does, making it appear to work. You're mad. Morgana's blood is not curing Nellie. In fact, it may very well be killing her. If you keep giving her that blood, Nellie will lose her life during the Harvest Festival. What? You're standing on the precipice of a horrific tragedy, and you're going to take everyone down with you if you don't turn back now. What are you... All three of you are going to lose everything on the day of the festival, and there's only one way to prevent that. Make sure you do Forging Bonds, Pingella. Oh, good call. Why did they think Morgana's blood was healing in the first place? Because early in Morgana's story, they thought she was a miracle baby from God because the mother apparently conceived her without having intercourse, which was a lie. But, someone was sick and she literally made them drink her blood and then they acted like they were healed, and ever since then it became like an urban legend, placebo effect kind of thing. Read the choice from last week. It's not a Genshin choice. This door has a ton of possible bad endings depending on choices you make. I had a feeling, yeah. You're talking about when we were debating on whether to tell Mel shortly after we got alone with him, right? I trusted my gut on that one. Anyways, Natalie, yeah, I'll turn the Forging Bonds back on. I have a new team autoing and they're all like leveling up. Isn't that great? Summer Freed is with them. I can't believe we made the wrong choice. Yeah, Rosen wants a bad ending, I feel, but that will also prolong the ending scenes of the game. Yeah, look at this character. What a wonderful thing to be an FEH. Yeah, Summer Reed.
It's just like a dream.
We'll go back and do the bad ending. Nah.
It's just like a dream.
I honestly feel like it's possible that I will just stumble upon one naturally because I'm not always going to make the right decision. Oh, also, Felix got a super cool looking alt Rosen. Do you like Felix from Three Houses? He looks a little wide because of the armor, but like he looks great. And honestly, they did a good job with Alphonse too. They made Felix and Alphonse the two men for the legendary heroes? Is that what they're called? Blue Lion's boys are top tier. Wait, that reminds me of something. Hold on a second. I want to show you something. It was ZZYZ.
Beast of the West.
X.com. No. I can't find it. Okay, wait, here we are. Okay, I'm gonna link you one that exists. You guys have seen my Yu Yu Hakusho desk mat, right? So, like, this is the desk mat that's currently on my desk, which is amazing. But oh, I also bought this. This is a print that's gonna go on my wall. It's a Jujutsu Kaisen one, which is super sick. And it has one of my top 2 characters on it. This artist also drew a Fire Emblem Blue Lions. I'm gonna link it here. It looks fucking amazing. Wait, I don't see it. Maybe they don't sell it anymore. That would be so sad, actually.
That's a nice body.
Yeah, I see a Three Houses desk mat that they have, but it's not, yeah, I don't see it. Wait, why are you crying? You wanted to see the Three Houses one? It has all the Three Houses Blue Lions characters on it, and it looks phenomenal. I was so close between buying that one and buying the Yu Yu Hakusho one, and I picked Yu Yu Hakusho. Because I'm a super stan. Oh, here it is! Okay, check this out. Yeah, you found it. Doesn't it look amazing? Ugh, it looks so good. I absolutely love it. Yeah. Almost bought that one. Blue Lions is broken, true. It's also the hardest route, so the fact that we maddeninged it. Is this for the desk the PC is on? Yeah, so like, it just covers, my desk is made of glass, so prevent it from getting dirty. I have this nice Yu Yu Hakusho desk mat, and whenever I look down, I can see the main cast, because they're all super cool. Except Kuwabara. You want to get one, but you're scared of getting it dirty? I mean, it can get a little dirty, but, I mean, I've had this one since April, and it's not dirty. Like, I clean it. Just don't stain it, you know? Gotta be a little careful. You have to set Morgana free. You're insane. You think I would believe that? Nellie's gonna die? Could you have told a more mean-spirited lie? Is all the stuff on this website by one person? I think so, Rosen, because the art style is consistent between it. What? They have a Spy X Family desk mat? I haven't even seen that show, and it just looks amazing. You might get a REM desk mat. Lisa, you are so evil. Yeah, it is crazy. But yeah, that's, so remember I said I took Mars to, the Genshin store? So that artist is, like, all over the Genshin store. Got a REM figure. Spy Family because of the MC, correct. Very hot.
Yay!
You at least could have gotten Ram, Lisa. You're the one who's trying to kill her. I'm just trying to save her. And you're going about it the entirely wrong way. Do you have any idea how lonely your sister is right now? You should be at her side. That's what you should be doing instead of stealing a poor girl's blood. I've heard enough. What do you know? If I lose Nellie, I'll have no one. My whole world will collapse. This was the only way I could keep that from happening. This was my best option, my only option. So no, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna keep Morgana locked up and I'm gonna keep stealing her blood. And I'll hand you over to those two. I'll have them kill you. You'll regret ever showing your face. Mel, is that really true? What? Do you really have the Saintess locked up? Oh, why? What are you doing here, Nellie? That man told me I had to talk to you, and he said if I didn't have the courage to do it myself, to wait outside his room tonight, because he was going to get the truth from you. You conniving son of a... You were planning this all along. Why would you tell Nellie? Why would you bring her, of all people, into this? Mel? Tell me, Mel. Is it true? Nellie, are you really keeping the Saintess prisoner? And stealing her blood?
Snip, snip.
Ugh. And you said you would
Allow
have
me to
him
cut
killed.
through those words.
I just never thought you were such a terrible person, Mel. I can't believe you would do such despicable things. No, you're not my brother anymore. Nellie! Michael, go after her! Oh, I hope this is a Genshin choice. Go after her. You have to stop her. Bring her back. Nellie. Don't follow me. Just go away. Leave me alone. Stop. If you run away from him now, Mel will never come back from this. Okay, so we'll know if we're on a bad ending, like, pretty quickly, okay? Because it'll be over fast. Then, why did you tell me? Why did you tell me what he was doing? If you hadn't said anything earlier, everything would still be fine. We wouldn't be in this horrible mess. If you hadn't said anything, I could have kept on believing in him. No, things wouldn't be fine. Why can you not see that? You shouldn't have put your faith in your... You shouldn't put your faith in your ideal brother, but your real one. The boy in that room, stricken with regret. If I hadn't said anything, the facade would have ruined you, the both of you, sooner or later. No, in truth, your relationship was already broken. You were simply ignoring the spreading cracks. I know, on some level, you had realized that Mel was keeping something incredibly important from you, and that the secret was tearing you apart. There's nothing good about this, though. Now we'll never go back to the way we were. We can never go back to what it was like when we were kids, just the two of us, playing together every day, having fun. Everyone's childhood comes to an end. The flow of time is impartial. You cannot fight it.
Yay!
We broke the cycle of incest. The ultimate good ending. What you can do, what only you can do, is choose how you change. But... We'll admit, I am the one who opened your wounds, and now I'm putting the responsibility of tending to them onto you. It's cruel, I know. But if you don't come to terms with Mel and make him withdraw his participation, even greater suffering awaits you far in the future. It's not over yet. You cannot let this be where it ends. The bonds you formed over the years are not yet broken.
I don't believe
And you can do what I was never able to do. You can still repair your relationship. But I'm scared. Scared that my brother, that Mel, could do such terrible things. That he could say he would kill you. He used to be such a good brother. He was always so kind, so friendly to everyone, but it was all a lie. It was all a big act to fool me. No, it was not all an act. There was truth to it. He is a kind-hearted boy, an ordinary young man, whose kindness was twisted by circumstance. And it doesn't matter how good a person someone is. Everyone has the potential to do terrible things when backed into a corner. You think you know everything? I know that much. Nellie, you want your brother back, you have to act now. Please, you must take action. I'm scared. What am I supposed to say to him? I don't know. I'll be there with you. You don't have to face this alone. There's more to this story than we've heard. We don't know how he got himself involved in this, and I mean to get the rest of it out of him. And you need to be there to hear it. When I hear what he has to say, I try to say something I shouldn't, if I should try to say something that will ruin everything, you'll stop me? You're the one who told me to open my eyes and face him. You're the one who made this whole mess. What am I supposed to do if all this destroys everything I have? Oh, hello, Chief. You said you'd be my brother, right? So be a good brother and help me out here. Promise me you'll make sure nothing goes bad. You'll do that, won't you? Yeah, we're back to brother status, I guess. Michael, just say yes. We won't let this go bad. Have faith in yourself. Faith that you put their relationship on track to recovering. Promise her. Give her the courage she wants from you. You have nothing to fear. I'll be there for you and I'll help you both. Okay. I'll do it. I'll go back. Thank you, Giselle. Oh, don't mention it. Now, let's go see what he has to say for himself. Let's draw back that curtain. Yes, let's. Nellie. Mel? What did you come back for? To ridicule me? I'm not the brother you thought I was, huh? Not at all what you wanted me to be. It's all over. Everything Michael said is true. There's a girl imprisoned in the tower. A completely innocent girl. The girl who saved your life, in fact. Go on, tell me how cruel and terrible and evil I am. I'm no prince. Here's an idea. Why don't you make him your new prince? You can do it, Nelly. Ask him. You have your reasons, don't you? You have some reason for being part of this, right? A reason? Yeah, I have a reason, alright. I wanted to save your life. I needed her blood to cure you, so I had her locked up. Tell me the truth. I don't remember much about when the Saintess came to visit, but I do remember a little. I remember her saying she would gladly give whatever she could to the sick and needy, which means you had no need to lock her up. It seemed the tale Morgana showed me was true. She really was a saint. Yes, she was. Tell me the truth, Mel. Tell me everything. There's nothing to tell. There is, I know it. There's more to a story than just the facts. The things you thought, the things you felt, are all pieces that combine to make the whole story. Isn't that right, Michael? You're exactly right. If you hadn't said anything, we could have gone on with our lives as normal. No, Mel, we couldn't have. I thought so too at first, but it's not true. Our normal lives ended long ago. Tell me the truth, Mel. So, no matter what it is, I can handle it. No, Nelly, you can't. A girl like you who dreams of becoming a priestess couldn't possibly bear to see how hideous her brother has become. Did I read that right? Princess, not priestess. Alright, got it. How can I know if you don't say anything, though? That's how it's always been with us. You were nice to me, and that was all I needed. I never looked beyond the surface. I made you into my ideal brother, and I latched onto that image of you. You're a kind person, Mel. You really are. So kind, you played along with my fantasy that you were a prince, but you don't need to act for me anymore. I want to know the real you. I'm all done being a princess. I'm just your little sister now, nothing more. Your one and only little sister, Mel. Need to do this, Mel. You need to tell your story. Until you do, we have no way of understanding what you've been through and what you're going through. No way. If I tell you, I'll lose any hope you had left in me. As Nelly has, you need to release yourself from your own idealized fantasy, Mel. You have someone right here who will accept you for who you are. I know good and well just how hard it can be to have someone dear to you see a side of you that you didn't want to show them. I think you want to get it off your chest, though. And I think you want forgiveness. Fantasies are not everlasting. They all crumble eventually. Show us the real Mel. Tell us your story. Without embellishments or omissions. Mel! Okay. I'll tell you. Not like I have any other options. Nelly, if at any point you can't bear to hear any more of it, so be it. You're free to leave whenever you like. I won't go anywhere. I can almost guarantee you. Pray that ends up being true. Alright, here goes. The whole story from start to finish of how I ended up in this mess. Here we go. This is gonna be a big ass can of worms. I'm gonna go and prepare a drink for this, so get ready, everyone. Every day, every day, every day. Frozen, sir, I see the haha sleep emoji. Is this some kind of lullaby to you? Well, yes, okay. Interesting. Until around the time I turned 17, my life was mostly uneventful. Oh, you know what it is? I click space to progress the dialogue now, and I think I was clicked in on my stream, so sorry. At the time, I assumed that was how life would always be. Genuinely, that's how I wanted it to be. Following my 17th birthday, though, I was met with a deluge of changes. First, father fell ill and passed away shortly thereafter. With his death came the question of who would be the next head. As the oldest son, normally it would fall to me to take his place. I was 17, by all means enough of an adult to handle things myself. Or, well, that's what I thought, anyway. Nobody else did, though. After discussions I had no part in, it was decided that my uncle would be the next head. That they weren't confident I had the spine to do the job properly. I wasn't sure what to think. Part of me wanted to know why nobody bothered talking to me, and part of me was relieved. Somewhere inside, I knew I didn't have what it took. So I was more than happy to let someone else take that responsibility. If it meant I could go on with my quiet life, I didn't care who they picked. My uncle, though, seemed to have caught on to my apathy, which he did not take kindly to, and in response, he formally disowned me. You're not the only one who still had some growing up to do, Nelly. I wasn't quite the adult I thought I was either. Fortunately, if you want to call it fortune, I was given enough money to live on for a decent length of time, as well as a place to stay. It was a small house, far away from home, his way of making it hard for me to come back. Not that I had any intention of returning. But the best thing to come out of it all was you coming with me, Nelly. So this is our new home, dearest Mel. Yup, so it is. How amazing little there is. It's amazing how little there is. No big yard, no paintings, no vases filled with colorful flowers, no silver bowls full of fresh picked fruit. But there is you and me. He disowned him so he wouldn't take his place later. How petty. Yeah. Just shitty noble things, I guess. You're not going to go and say you want to return home in a couple months when you realize life isn't as luxurious here as it was back there, are you? There's only one thing in the whole wide world I really need. Oh? Honestly, I can live without shiny shoes and pretty dresses like Mother wears. I don't need composers to come and write me songs for my birthday. So wait, what happened to the mother? Why did the mother let her children get kicked out? What? As long as I have the one thing that matters most to me, I can do without anything else. Are you saying? I'm as happy as I've ever been. I don't need all that fancy, expensive stuff. We may not have a huge yard, but the sun shines everywhere. Flowers can grow even without a gardener tending to them. Nelly. Probably doesn't have any power. Yeah, true. As the old-timey times and her being a lady. I'll do whatever I can for you, dearest Mel. Are you hungry? I'm hungry. Oh, yeah, a bit. Alright, I'll make something then. Start off with some fruit jam, and then I'll make a pie out of it. Does that sound good? I'm craving cookies. Huh, you've got quite the sweet tooth. You're going to make yourself sick like that. That's the first smile I've seen since we got here. Well, that can't be right. I'm sure I've been smiling. Nope, you've been frowny all day. Whatever you say. Forget about all the stuff at home. We've got each other. We can do this. Who cares that we're not rich anymore? We'll figure things out in no time, and then we'll have more fun than we did back there. Yeah, you're right. It'll all work out, dearest Mel. I'll always be here for you. You've got yourself an adorable little princess. What more could you possibly need? Cheer up. Thanks. I'm really glad you decided to come with me. Oh ho ho! Did you think for a second I wouldn't? I'm your princess, dearest Mel. And princesses belong with their princes. Suppose so. Until that day, I had never known how good it felt to have someone who wanted me in their life, who saw me for me. I realized for the first time how blessed I had always been. I was hardly prince material. I wasn't strong or handsome or regal enough for that. But Nellie calling me her prince gave me the illusion of being worth something. It made me feel like I could keep on being that richly blessed young man, even this far away from home. While I had been given some money, my supply was far from infinite. I knew I would eventually have to find some kind of work, some way to support Nellie and myself. But to be quite honest, I couldn't gather the motivation to do much of anything. My whole life had been changed so abruptly, so dramatically, that my mind just wasn't able to keep up. It had knocked me on my backside, but I didn't have the strength to get back up. I couldn't tell Nellie that, of course, so this is what I said instead. Staying home because I want to be with you as much as possible. She happily took me at my word. Our new life together was quiet and unremarkable. Even so, it was still a constant stream of new experiences for the two of us, having been pampered our entire lives. Okay, but what about when you run out of food? Welcome home, dearest Mel. What did you buy today? I got a chicken. Wow, I've never seen one so up close before. Are we going to keep it as a pet? I was planning on using it for supper. Poor move, dearest Mel. We need that thing to make eggs. Huh? You're gonna cook it? That's the idea. You like chicken though, don't you? Steamed especially, if I remember right.
I'm hungry.
Yes, but it's all covered in feathers and flapping about. Was that a chicken noise? How are we supposed to cook it? If I remember, the guy said you have to pluck its feathers and then cut off its head and drain all the blood. Ew, no way. Absolutely not. Not in a million years. You do it, Mel. What? I've never done this before. Well, I'm not, so you do it. All right. I'll bring it to the... Not inside. Do it outside. Okay. I've never had to slaughter a chicken before. The chefs back home always took care of it. God, I hope I don't screw this up. Well, I'm not going to accomplish anything if I just sit here worrying. I've got to give it my best shot. Oh, please, don't put up a fight. I can't watch. On the count of 3, okay? 1, 2, 3. Wait, come back. It's gone. Are you looking for a chicken sounds? At first, I was just fumbling around in the dark, constantly messing up everything I tried, but in time, I started getting more comfortable with things, and I stopped pining for my old life.
I can't do this.
This is still door 1, I know. It's alright, just sit back and enjoy the ride, Rosen. We'll get there when we get there, there's no rush. For the longest time, I couldn't shake the memory of the fact that I had been a noble. I was constantly wondering how I ended up here, or ended up there, why this was happening to me. Nellie had seemed to have adjusted fairly quickly, but I wasn't faring so well. I was surprised, honestly. I figured if anyone was going to have an issue with our new lifestyle, it was going to be her, not me. Back home, Nellie had tended to be, well, a bit of a princess. She was frequently harsh with the Abigails, scolding them for the smallest of things. There were times I thought she might be biting her tongue for my sake, but every time it crossed my mind, she would say, "I've got you, dearest Mel. Everything's just fine." And it would be those words that kept me going. Yeah, this isn't a retelling of Door 1. This is just giving a shitload of context to the characters that were in Door 1. And I think Rosen's whining because we still have Door 2 and Door 3 to do this entire process with.
Shut up.
Oh, dearest Mel, I just had the most wonderful idea. Would you like to hear it? Sure. What's your idea? We should get married! What? Can't be serious.
The beating of your heart is a disturbance.
As serious as it gets. Oh,
Are you ready to die?
We're basically married already in everything but name. Okay, your operation to cancel this incest isn't working, Rosen. Can't do that.
Total extermination.
We're siblings. Nobody here needs to know that. They can guess from our hair and eye color, though. I don't think we look that much alike. Okay, this is... Anyway, whatever gave you that idea? Sweet Home Alabama. We get married, then we can live together forever. We can do that. We can do that just as well as brother and sister. It's not the same, though. No one ever says two siblings lived happily ever after. I want to be with you for the rest of my life, dearest Mel. And the best way to do that is to get married. But Nellie, what are you so hesitant for? Is there someone you pine for? No, but then there's no problem. We're blood-related siblings. Does she realize that getting married means eventually having children and everything that leads up to that? That goes against the teachings of the Lord. No, she's just a kid chasing some fairy tale ending. She doesn't understand the reality of what she's saying. Sometimes I'm not sure what to do with you, Nellie. So you'll marry me? But right now, I know you need God's word. Starting tonight, you're getting your own private sermon every night, understand? Ah. I will indeed hydrate. Greetings. Hope you've been well. Yeah, she is definitely up to her old tricks. Absolutely. Bleh. My instruction was as much for my own sake as it was for Nellie's. I'm not gonna lie, the thought did cross my mind that her proposition might not be so bad. Oh, that's not. For one, I couldn't imagine spending the rest of my life with anyone else, and it had been her smile that kept me going through when things got difficult. But I knew it was a sin, and I didn't think I'd be able to live with myself if I crossed that line. So night after night, I taught her, reminded her that we were brother and sister, and that we didn't have anything more for her to be the most important person in the world to me. And after about our third month away from home, that life began crumbling. Nellie woke up one day with a high fever that refused to break. I thought it was just a cold that she'd be over, and that she'd be over it soon enough. And as much as I tried to convince myself, oh, she'll be better tomorrow, she just kept getting worse until eventually she couldn't even get out of bed. She had visibly lost weight, and I had never heard her voice so weak and lethargic before. Yeah, we need NyQuil, but it's like year 1000, so... no bueno. Is there anything you'd like me to get you, Nelly? All I want is you to be here with me, dearest Mel. You really should eat something. I guess he just didn't care enough. Ah! Oh, well. I'll make something you like. How about a nice, expensive chicken? The last one got away, but I won't let that happen this time. I'm not really in the mood for anything too heavy. Oh, okay. Don't you worry, Mel. The year never stopped Akane. Well, Akane was a special case. Let's just put it that way. I'll be better before you know it. Yeah, you will. You'll be just fine. Everything's going to be back to normal soon. Mm-hmm. Watching Nelly grow weaker every day scared the hell out of me. I desperately did not want to lose her. If I lost her, then who would be left that wanted me? Who would tell me I was worth something? Who would say nice things about me? Who would be there with me every day? Just when I started to feel optimistic about this new life, started to feel comfortable in it, it was looking like it might fall apart again. I searched everywhere for some medicine that could cure her. Healthy foods, fruits, and vegetables with supposed medicinal properties, anything I could get my hands on. I prayed, and Nelly, you were overjoyed. You were thrilled that I would go to such lengths for you. But the reality is, I was really doing it for myself. That's not completely true, right? He clearly loves her. Despite this, incest thing. But as much as I searched, I couldn't find anything that worked, and I started to panic. I would go to bed at night, afraid I'd wake up the next morning, and Nelly wouldn't. I was already grasping at straws, and I was ready to try anything that had even the slightest chance of curing her. And then one day, I heard whispers. Whispers of a witch who lived by the lake. They said that she was a recluse, that she hardly ever left her house, and that she hadn't been down to the city in years. They told me that she might have some medicinal herbs that could help, so I rushed down to the lake to see her. Sitting by the shore was a small cottage, even less luxurious than where Nelly and I were living at the time. Seeing the thin trails of smoke rising from the chimney, I was convinced the rumors were true. A witch lived in that house. I wasn't sure what to expect, being a recluse. I figured she wasn't going to be very sociable, at least. To tell you the truth, I was kind of scared to knock on her door, but I had exhausted all my other options, so I clenched my teeth and gave the door 2 firm taps. Who's there? The sound of her voice caught me off guard, and all I could do was stare at the door with a knot in my throat. Based on the information I had, I'd assumed I was going to find a wrinkly old woman, but that was a voice of a young girl. And even though she'd only said 2 words, there was something indescribably enchanting about that voice. I could listen to her talk for hours on end, in some kind of strange hypnotic trance. It was almost like magic, for lack of a better word. I stood there dumbfounded, like my soul had been sucked from my body. Who's there? She repeated her question, which brought me back to reality, though I still had to fight to maintain my wits enough to respond coherently. My sister has fallen very ill, and she desperately needs medicine. I was told that the person who lives here is a skilled herbalist. Could I please get something to treat her? What are her symptoms? Sir, let's hydrate. She's got an extremely high fever that won't come down. She has no appetite, she's only drinking water, and she can't get out of bed. We're going to want to lower her fever first. After that, get her on a nutritious diet. I'm going to give you 2 medications. Give her the first while the fever's high, and the second when it's come down. Thank you very much. Her voice wasn't bright and energetic like Nelly's. It was more restrained, somber, and quiet, yet simultaneously clear and sharp. The sound tickled my curiosity. I wanted to know what she looked like. I wanted to know what kind of girl stood on the other side of the door. With a voice that pretty, she must be equally lovely, I thought. And I had to see it for myself. Okay, so this is gonna be a parallel to door 1, where Mel fell in love with the white-haired girl, because the white-haired girl is Morgana. We know already. Okay. And my wish didn't fall on deaf ears. When she opened the door to hand me the herbal medicine and take my money, her head peeked out between the crack ever so slightly. I said I wouldn't tell you everything exactly. I said I would tell you everything exactly as it happened, so I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. It was unsettling. It was nothing like I had imagined from her voice. Her skin had, I guess, fallen off. Ugh, because you could see raw red flesh beneath. To say it was hard to look at would be an understatement. Most of her face was covered by a black hood, so all I could see was her mouth and chin, but even that much was harrowing. But the last thing I wanted to do was look away. For all I knew, that was why she had become a recluse, and I couldn't let myself hurt her, so I suppressed my own disgust and put on my best smile. People often tell me I have a very pleasant, amiable smile. So I figured I could use that to prevent her from picking up on what was actually going through my mind. And when she saw my face, a look of surprise seemed to cross hers. The witch's herbs did indeed seem to help some. Going to visit her was better than talking to any of the local doctors. Nonetheless, Nellie hadn't been cured. She was only feeling a little bit better. So I kept paying the witch visits, kept purchasing more herbs from her. And every time I went to the cottage and heard her sweet voice, I imagined how much sweeter it would sound without a door obstructing it. Even knowing what she looked like didn't stop the curiosity from growing within me. From what I gathered talking to her, there wasn't much of an age difference between us either. She was 16 and I was 17. And I'm sure you know how it is. When you meet someone around your age, you feel a sort of sense of kinship. This girl I had originally believed to be some kind of otherworldly witch was starting to feel, all systems online, like a regular person, like me. Through our conversations, I managed to learn her name, as well as the fact that she had come from a faraway country. We were both a long way from home. Thinking she might open up even more to someone who'd been through a similar experience, I decided to try inviting her to go on a walk with me. It's not healthy to stay holed up inside all the time. You've got this beautiful lake right here. What do you say we take a walk around the shoreline? To my surprise, she accepted. Oh. So she's not the white-haired girl. She looks like Giselle a little bit, no? What do you think? Well, Giselle, like, has the braids. Okay, so that debunks my Morgana is white-haired girl theory. Alright. The white-haired girl never really existed at all theory. So who is the white-haired girl? I mean, the other explanation is that it's actually Michael. But Giselle was trying to tell Michael that that couldn't have been him because it was a girl and he doesn't have any of the memories from the doors. So it's like, what? Great weather, isn't it? I love the way the sun reflects off the surface of the lake. It's gorgeous. Are you okay? I'm in disbelief, to tell you the truth. Huh? What for? You've seen my face. You know how hideous I am. And still you invited me on a walk. You're a very peculiar person. Is it really that strange? I mean, we're almost the same age, so I figured we might make pretty good friends. You want to make friends with me? Well, sure. We've been through a lot of the same things, so we can understand each other better than most. Understand each other? Yeah, we're both young, and we've been through some rough times. I'm going to be blunt with you. You have not been through anything like I have. What? No? If you had experienced the things I have, you wouldn't be smiling right now. I haven't known you long, but I don't need to have in order to know how unequivocally dissimilar we are. That we were cut from a very different cloth. Well, yeah, we're people. We're not made of cloth, so that's not what that means, you know. Oh. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be so harsh. In fact, I would say you're much better off not being in my position. Sounds like you've been through a lot. If you don't mind me asking, what happened to you? I'd be happy to lend an ear. It might make you feel better to get it off your chest. And that is what's so different about us. Huh? That was weird. I will not tell you about myself, no. That said, I do appreciate the concern. Thank you. Oh, sure. You're welcome. She's not very open with people, huh? Though I guess that's only to be expected. She hasn't spent much time around other people, the way she does. I wonder if there's anything I can do for her. At least get her to show a little bit of emotion. Say, if it's not too much to ask, you think we could maybe do this again sometime? Don't expect me to lower my prices. I'm not trying to squeeze a better deal out of you. I just want to get to know you better. Nothing more to it, no ulterior motives, promise. Did you forget that I already said I won't be telling you about myself? Alright, then it doesn't have to be about you. We can talk about anything, whatever you want. Do you have a favorite food? Any hobbies? Nothing in particular. Well, that was a fruitful conversation. Okay, crap. I have no interest or tastes worth mentioning. So, if you want to talk, I suppose that leaves you to be the subject. Me? Tell me about yourself. My life's not all that exciting. Anything I had to tell you would probably just bore you. I'm not looking for excitement. Oh, okay. Well, alright then, I guess I can tell you about myself. And so I did. I told her about my family situation, I told her about Nellie, and that was pretty much all I had to talk about. Excuse me, Saberlin, you are, back with the hydrates, I see. What are you up to tonight? For the most part, she hardly even reacted to anything I said, so it was difficult to tell if she was listening or not. And she would urge me to continue whatever I'd... Oh, she'd urge me to continue whenever I'd go quiet for more than a few moments. So I suppose she was listening. Finally got a day off after 21... Sheesh. Well, I hope you are relaxing, and that you are well. Oh, work! A lot of days this week. I worked from 6:30 to 1 a.m. the next... Oh! Oh my god. That is insanity. And I hope things don't continue that way. Yeah. And there goes LRK. You should give me a call sometime.
All systems online.
Very that. Every time I came to purchase more medicine, we would go on a walk around the lake together. A single loop around the shoreline didn't give us much time to talk, but my attempts to reduce our walking pace or stop to extend our time together was flatly ignored. And she refused to go around more than once, claiming it would disturb her daily rhythm. That said, she never refused an invitation either, so I don't think she particularly disliked me. Yet, anyway. Right, because he's gonna freaking have that guy cut her arm off because he's gonna go psycho. Oh, Robin. What does a robin have to do with your sister? Nothing. I just saw one over there. If you listen, you can hear it singing. They migrate somewhere warmer when it... Oh, that's not her. They migrate somewhere warmer when it gets cold. They just fly off somewhere more comfortable. If I had wings like a bird, maybe I could be free too. There is no single creature living in this world that is free. Birds regularly get shot down by hunters or preyed on by larger birds. I guess they didn't have a better way to get her blood than to cut her. So at this point in the story, Nelly is not receiving Morgana's blood. But, like, it's gonna get there. It's just taking a while to get there. It's giving us the background. Rosen's favorite, in other words. How didn't she die from blood loss? I'm pretty sure after they cut off her arm, they, like, treated her. Because they knew that they couldn't let her die. Because they need the blood. It's pretty fucked, honestly. Also, like, what use is cutting off someone's arm? Like, you would get some dose of blood out of that, and then it would rot. So, like... yeah. The idea that they are free is nothing more than a man's short-sighted delusion. Sorry. Yes? No, I should be apologizing. I wasn't trying to attack you. I simply lack the ability to properly empathize with others. I do not understand people. So please, if I say anything that upsets you or makes you uncomfortable, don't assume that was my intention. Sure. Maybe you're hiding it, or maybe you just don't know it yet, but I think you've got more empathy than you're letting on. That was Mel. Glad she understands. Surely you can't say nothing affects you at all. You are human. So you don't have to be so closed off. I might not be able to do much for you, but I do want to get to know you better. I want to understand you. So if you ever feel like talking about yourself, just know that you've got an eager pair of ears here. Okay? If there were someone who could understand me, who could empathize with me, they would not be human. What do you mean? That would need to be far more removed than from any idea of humanity to have a chance at understanding me. Regardless, I do appreciate your kind words. Sure. So Michael. Yeah. She said that she and Michael are similar, so I think that's, yeah, I think that's spot on, Lisa. So, out of curiosity, do you have anyone, really important in your life? Not at the moment. Does that mean you used to? I'd love to hear about them if you don't mind. They're all long dead. 4 years ago, something unpleasant occurred. And as a result of that, I was forced to part ways with the people who taught me that humans have the capability for kindness. Oh, I'm sorry. Well then, if your sister's condition worsens again, come see me. Farewell. Hey, maybe we could talk a little slower next time, so we have more time to talk. Walk slower even, haha. I want to get to know you better. I'll consider it. Does it really require that much thought? So long. Bye. See you soon. Things continued on like that for a while. Nelly bounced back and forth between getting better and getting worse. Emotionally, I followed not far behind, getting very little in the way of peace of mind. Having to spend so much time worrying over and looking after Nelly was starting to wear me out. Even though I knew good and well she had it much worse than me. I wanted to be done with it all. I wanted to be free. I wanted her to get better as soon as possible, so I could stop agonizing over her. So at some point, I started wishing for a miracle. I didn't care if it came from God, an angel, or something less holy. I just wanted someone to cure Nellie and take the weight off my shoulders. And during one of our walks, I let that slip. So Morgana had a hard time letting her defense down, and after she probably did, she got betrayed. Yep. Morgana, I think, all things considered, Morgana has the most tragic story out of all the characters in this game, which is, like, definitely a statement. Because everyone in this game has, like, a really fucked up life. Like, Michael, I thought Michael was gonna take the cake, but Morgana's probably worse. I assumed she would, as she had a tendency to, say that people who believed in miracles were delusional. She was in my mind very much a realist, which is why her response surprised me so much. And then you have Amy living her best life. Amy, the worst girl in this game, but maybe Rosen's best girl? Do you sincerely wish for a miracle? Yes. That's Maria? Okay, true. True. We fucking love Maria. I'm obsessed with Maria, yes. What? Do you truly want a miracle, no matter what form it may take? Well, yeah. I've tried everything else. God is all I can ask for help anymore. Is she a maid? Is that why you're obsessed? Okay, Mars, this isn't fair. You know what? This is actually totally unhinged of you. Because I know you don't know Maria, and Maria is a fucking maid. Okay, so on the best episode of Fata Morgana, which is when I was flipping out about Maria's behavior, yeah. I was freaking out because, wait, what are these clips?
Write another letter! When it is complete, could I ask it to you deliver it to him? I'll give him as many as you want. This is so fucked up.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I can't see Maria on the screen. It's actually giving me too much life. She was a subtle queen until, like, the blow-up was one of my favorite moments ever in visual novels. And I will never forget it. That Maria was the fucking best, and she was a maid. She was maid to Ellen DeGeneres. Oh, that's not. Well, yeah, I've tried everything else. God is all I can ask for help anymore. I know what you're gonna say. There's no such thing as miracles. Slightly less evil? Yeah, that's funny. If there were, Nellie would already be better. I've prayed every single night for her recovery. It's all just delusion, I know. Miracles do exist. What? You have faith and you sincerely wish for her to be healed, you will be granted your miracle. Talking about Morgana? You've said many times that you wish to know more about me. Yeah, I have. Well, I'll grant you that wish. As you listen to my story, you will come to understand why I said you will never be able to empathize with me. And as you do, hope will sprout up within you. Here, in my lakeside cottage, I am known as a witch. But I did not used to be called such. No, I am the daughter of God. Most people would dismiss such a claim as madness, and I almost did exactly that. But there was something strangely enchanting about her voice, and I found myself slowly drawn into her tale. listening intently to every word. The more I heard, the harder it
Oh
was
my
to believe she
God.
was lying. And before long, I was convinced she was the daughter of God, a saint whose blood had miraculous powers. Her first cry ended a lengthy drought in the village where she was born, and her blood cured the sick. She rolled up one sleeve to show me her arm. Practically every inch of the skin from her shoulder to the tips of her fingers were scarred from where she had been cut. According to her, the scarring had been far worse, but had improved with the application of ointment. Every single one of those scars, she said, marked a person who had sought her blood, and I believed every word. There was something about her that set her apart from the rest of us normal people, like she was some higher being. So she isn't a daughter of God, since her blood doesn't cure people. No. She's a normal girl, but this time is like high hysteria slash paranoia slash people creating stories, and they basically they're having the placebo effect. So the mother told them she was a saint, and then the sick woman felt better because she ingested the blood of a saint and thought that that was a legitimate cure, but it's not. Yeah. It's funny that you came into this like visual novel on like a little bit on the later side, Lisa, because like there is so much background, but I'm glad that you're still enjoying it. Her mom kind of abused religious fanaticism and probable coincidences to yeah, exactly what Dot said. Yeah, what's really nice about this VN is it's so well written and the music is so good. Yeah. And also, yeah, shout outs to fucking Door 3. Door 3 is top tier visual novel. Anyways, give me a quick second, guys. I'm gonna be right back.
Where are you?
There's no doubt. It's shit.
Where are you?
Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Crazy Rage P. Yeah, you guys know how it goes. Alright, more on Mel and Morgana's history. I'm just glad you're okay. Oh. Well, thanks, Lisa. I believed every word. There was something about her that set her apart from the rest of us normal people, like she was some higher being. They were not self-inflicted wounds, not the marks of someone who tried to take her own life, but symbols of the great sacrifices she made. She offered to give Nellie her blood, and without a moment's hesitation, I accepted. Mel? Hey Nellie, I'm back. And I brought someone with me. A saint. A saint? Yup, she's here because medicine hasn't been working for you. She can perform miracles, so she's going to cure you. Does Morgana ever find out her blood doesn't cure her? Oh yeah. Miracles? That's right, her blood has miraculous healing powers. In the grand scope of things, Lisa, her blood very likely has, like, the plague in it. Actually, let's fact check that. What year did the bubonic plague, like, ravage Europe? Oh. So the bubonic plague wasn't until the 1300s. Interesting. Well, I'm sure there was still deadly things in her blood. That were making people sick / dying. So, yeah. That's right, her blood has miraculous healing powers. Blood? Fear not, my beloved sister. Hear my words and do as I say. You must have faith for the miracle to be performed correctly. I give you my blessing, that it may bestow unto you salvation. I give you my love, and I give you relief. Hear my words. I hear them. This body was created not in a mortal womb. This flesh is not the flesh of man. This blood is not the blood of man. The water that flows through these holy veins flows from the river of creation. Have mercy on them, O Father. May the infirm find comfort in your warmth. May the destitute find reprieve in your generosity. May my flesh bring nourishment and health unto this girl. Bestow upon her your blessing, O Father. Morgana held a pale hand above Nellie's mouth and without hesitation sliced her own wrist. Blood slowly trickled down her middle finger from the cut, dripping into the gap between Nellie's bluish lips. I stood there entranced by the scene. It was like I was witnessing some kind of ritual. Something to know for trivia? Yeah, true. For that bubonic trivia. I wasn't sure, however, whether to describe it as sacred or profane. Watching the fresh blood trickle from the cut on her wrist made me break out into a sweat, feeling like I was violating a taboo. My knees rattled and I could barely stay on my feet. Needles pricked my hands, thoughts slipped through my fingers before they could fully form. Had I crossed a line that wasn't meant to be crossed? Had I stepped into territory man was never supposed to enter? In time, I stopped processing Morgana's prayer as words. It became nothing but a rhythmical sequence of sounds bouncing around in my head. My line of sight grew gradually narrower. What? Are you alright? The ceremony is complete. How's Nellie? She is asleep right now, but she should awaken soon. Oh, good. My blood has the power to cause miracles, but you must remember that the miracle is predicated on your faith. So you're saying we need to worship you? No, I am merely God's progeny. Your praises and prayers should be directed at my Father, the Lord God. I should be going then. Hey, thank you very much. When Morgana had said I would never be able to understand or empathize with her, she had not been lying. Having only heard her tell of it, I'd still believed there was room for me to close the gap between us. That we still had enough in common. But seeing it with my own eyes, feeling it with my entire being, I no longer had any illusions of us being on the same plane. When you're trivia fire? Yeah, exactly. Because I'm sure there's lots of questions about the bubonic plague. As I gave her my thanks, my voice was audibly trembling. Mel, come on, get up, dearest Mel. See, there was this woman named Morgana. That would be so insane if you said that, and then also, if anyone got the reference. Oh, Mel. Ellie? Finally, you're awake, sleepyhead. What's with that look? Am I making a funny face? Are you good to be up and about? Yup, I woke up this morning feeling wonderful. Feel my forehead, Mel. See? No fever. So Nellie waking up was a coincidence. No, so Lisa, it's like the placebo effect. So, I'm assuming you know what that is, right? It's like when you take something that you believe is supposed to help you, your mind, like... Okay, yeah, you know. And that's why she says the whole spiel about, like, you must have absolute faith in me if you're going to do this. Cause, like... Mansplaining, Peggy-chan? No! Okay, Diamond's laughing at me, maybe I was. No, you know what, guys? Whatever. Oh! It's gone. She actually performed a miracle. I only remember bits and pieces, but I really remember the pretty saint lady showing up and giving me her blood. That's how she remembers it. Her memory is pretty hazy, huh? Then I got this warm and fuzzy feeling inside me. Then I had this really strange dream. Kind of dream. There were a bunch of lights floating all around me, and they were changing into all sorts of different colors. It was the most wonderful dream. Ah, that doesn't help me understand it all, Nelly. It was a good dream, and that's what matters. It must have been the Saint Lady's power at work. It must be, yeah. I'm so relieved you're feeling better, Nelly. Sorry for all the trouble I caused you, but now everything can go back to normal. Yup, all back to normal. She wants to thank me. Yeah, Nelly's insisting I let you meet her. I let her meet you so she can show her gratitude. So if it's alright, would you mind coming to supper sometime? That would probably not be wise. Huh? Why not? It would hardly be pleasant having to eat in the presence of a face as grotesque as mine. And I doubt your sister would react well to the sight of it. I don't think it would cause any problems. Nelly isn't the kind of girl to judge someone by their looks. I don't think. Perhaps not, but to her I'm a saint, not a normal person. In her mind, she thinks I'm beautiful, doesn't she? We must maintain that illusion. It is essential to the miracle that her faith remains unwavering, and on some level that faith depends on her idealized image of me. Think so? Though our time together was brief, I could see it in her. She is a girl with great love of beauty. And perhaps the same could be said of you. I don't judge people by how they look. It's what's inside that matters. I'll take you at your word. Thanks. So, you sure you don't want to come? I really shouldn't. I'm terribly sorry. Oh, okay. In the world am I feeling relieved? Nelly recovering was a huge weight off my shoulders. Now everything could go back to the way it was, quiet and unremarkable. I could finally go out and get a real job, forget about my old life, live like a regular old commoner. That was what I was going to do for the both of us. The problem was, Nelly hadn't actually recovered completely. She was in nearly perfect health the first few days after drinking Morgana's blood, but soon her fever came back. She stopped being able to get out of bed, and to top it all off, she started having lengthy coughing fits. During some of them, she coughed up little bits of bloody phlegm. I nearly had a panic attack, so I rushed down to Morgana's cottage and told her what was happening, to which she responded with a quizzical tilt of her head. Nelly's health meant everything to me. It certainly wasn't the curiosity her head tilt seemed to make it out to be. But it didn't seem to bother her at all. The miracle took place, but it didn't persist. That doesn't make much sense. It's true, she can't get out of bed. And it's not a problem with her faith. I've been teaching her the word of God every night. She absolutely believes in you, in her saint. Lower your voice. I will perform another miracle for her. You'll do it again? I will not forsake those who are in need. And it'll stick this time, right? I cannot promise anything. But why? Your miracles aren't supposed to be temporary, are they? Whether they are or not is decided by you and your sister. It's my only hope, though. Please do not worry. If a second blessing is not enough to cure her of her ailment, then I will visit and give her blood as many times as is necessary. I will gladly give her every last drop of blood in my body. I assure you, my father does not want to see two young souls like yourselves torn apart, and neither do I. We should get going. Alright. So, you know what's interesting? We don't know how much blood is required for this quote-unquote miracle. For the second time, Morgana had Nelly drink her blood. And for the second time, she was healthy again the next morning. And for the second time, she fell ill again shortly thereafter. Her fever returned, I went to get Morgana, and she gave Nelly her blood. The cycle repeated again and again, and every time I had to watch her go through that ceremony, it was exhausting. and I wasn't sure I could handle it much longer. I started thinking maybe there wasn't anything sacred about any of this, that it was as blasphemous as it looked from the outside. I was making a girl cut her own wrist and feed my sister her blood. Nothing about that sounded right, but I had nowhere to go. So, oh, and no one else to ask for help. Hydrating. When I was with Morgana, listening to her words of reassurance, she said she without fail wiped away all the doubt I had. It wasn't until after she left that the wave of regret hit me. I wasn't sure what was right and wrong anymore. I wasn't sure what to do anymore. Every time I went to see Morgana, it got more and more difficult. I stopped asking her on walks as often, and I stopped trying to have chats with her. Not so much out of a sense of guilt, but because I was getting afraid of her. Okay, so she said if your faith wavers, then the miracle does not occur. Now I know this is not him being sick. This is not Mel being sick. But he is wavering in his trusts. There's a lot of gas lamping happening. But he still imprisoned her and fed her blood. Yeah, so he's gonna honestly, what's gonna happen from here is Mel's gonna break down. About gas lamping, is it not happening tonight? Actually, I don't know. Let me review the Discord channel. I don't see an overwhelming response in favor of Among Us tonight, so I think it's not happening. Which checks out, because, Chamazing seems to always be opposite of what I can make work, so when we're like, yeah, we're doing it, Chamazing can't be here. And then when Chamazing's like, hey guys, I'm available, that's like the planned time that I'm not doing it. So, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. And talk is cheap in the context of, alright, let's go.
Oh!
Or you hate Chamazing? I do not, I love Chamazing. I do love killing her too, though. One of those draining days, someone knocked on the door. Okay, so wait, this is a song from Door 2. Which means the beast is about to get involved. Yeah, Mars is always stirring the pot, okay? One of those, oh yeah.
Beast of the West.
I hadn't asked Morgana to come down that day, so I wasn't sure who it could be. Nellie was asleep in her bed, so I quietly rose from my seat and made my way to the door, trying not to wake her. Who is it? Hello, who's there? I had an inkling of suspicion, but having been raised in such a sheltered environment, I didn't understand exactly how dangerous it was to thoughtlessly open the door to anyone who came knocking. I pulled the door inward a couple of inches and tried to take a peek through the crack. When out of nowhere, someone grabbed my shoulder and shoved me, helpless to resist, into the house. A man stood there above me. Not him. I was thinking of doing my hair like this. Yeah, I think it would look good on you, Storm. It's giving Isaac a little bit. I guess he's not good. This is the beasts. This is the beast. This is the beast from door number 2.
So boring.
Beast of the West.
What do you think you're doing? What do you want from me? I don't have anything valuable. I'm just a regular old peasant. I am not here to rob you. What? You're in contact with the witch, are you not? Huh? The girl who lives by the lake calls herself a witch. Witch? I don't know any witch. The only one who lives there is a saint. A saint? I was told she was a witch. I was told those are red flags. We'll have to keep an eye on him. Oh yeah, the whole killing people and eating them thing? Yeah. We're not even gonna talk about the ship torture scene. But regardless, there's a girl who lives there with miracle blood, no? Looks like I've got the right person. What do you want from me? I want you to help me. Huh? I need you to lure the witch out into the open. And why do you need that? Because I need her blood. I need to get my hands on the witch's miracle blood. And go ask her for it yourself. Why should I have to help you? She won't open the door for me. But you, I've seen you talking to her. You seem to be quite friendly with the witch. Taking little walks around the lake. Oh, I need your help. And what are you gonna do once you have her outside? I have orders from the Lord to take her captive. What? The Lord? Why would he? What kind of torture? Basically, they were on a ship, and something got taken, and then he framed a crewmate, tied him to a chair, and was like, don't worry, I'll get the truth out of him. But really, he was the one that stole the thing, and then he like brutally tortured the guy, like broke and cut off each of his fingers and limbs until he died. And like got off on it. Like he's super fucked up. And then there was a shipwreck and he washed up on the shore of Spain somewhere, and all the Spanish people thought he was a freak because his ethnicity was Japanese. And they tried to kill him because it was crazy time, and he was so afraid of people that he like got bestial instincts, and then eventually found the mansion. This is all just a synopsis of Door 2, okay? Anyways, everyone's caught up? Great, let's do this. That is none of your concern. You expect me to buy that? All I need from you is to get the witch out of the house. Why would I? She doesn't trust me. I could always force my way in, but there's a chance something might go wrong, and I can't risk that. Spoilers, I was about to play this. Yeah, right! You would not with this game, Storm. This is a good VN, though. If she hears your voice, she'll open the door, yes? The witch trusts you, unlike me. With your help, there's no risk of anything going. I know. You barge in here. You tell me you want to capture her. You think I'm just gonna agree to help? Like hell I will. Oh, don't worry, you'll get your share. You need the witch's blood too, right? Care about getting a share? You're asking me to deceive her. I don't care what you think she is. She hasn't done anything wrong, so no, I won't help you capture her. Leave me no choice then. He approached the bed where Nellie slept, drawing his sword and pressing the tip against her throat. It happened so quickly, and without any warning, my mind couldn't keep up. I stood there, mouth half open like an idiot. If I were courageous, if I were gallant and brave, then maybe I could have grabbed him, pulled him away from Nellie. But my legs seemed to be severed from my mind. They were frozen to the floor like two useless rocks. You have two options. Either you say no and protect the witch, get away, or you help me capture her. Get away from her, right now! And if you choose the witch, I kill the girl. Get away! Make your decision. Get away from her! You have until the count of 10. If you don't choose, I kill the girl. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Okay, I'll do it. I'll help you. Get your sword out of her face. Don't kill her. I thought you'd hold out until the last second. Well, what are you waiting for? Let's get going. Get moving. You pitiful boy. So this kind of answers the question of why they cut off the arm. It's because they didn't need the arm to like have a continuous supply of blood. It's just a one-time supply for whatever the swordsman needs it for, which we don't know yet. Who is this wimp? This is Mel from Door 1. Grant! Thank you for the 53 months. You're an angel. I felt like jumping into a lake. I couldn't make sense of how I ended up in such a position. Just a few moments earlier, I had been living back at my family's estate. A few months earlier, even. Hardly a worry in the world. Nellie had been healthy and happy. It hadn't been exciting, no, but I had figured that was how things would always be. That one day, I would fall for some noble girl, Nellie would get jealous, and I would have to spend several days or weeks to pacify her. Everyone would be happy, a life free of troubles, because that was normal. That was normal and I was normal. So what was I doing living in some tiny cottage so far from home, feeding my sick sister miracle blood? What was I doing walking beside this barbarian? What was I doing at all? Alright, before we get to this part, guys, I have to be right back once again. I'm so sorry. Sit tight. We will continue in, like, probably 5-10 minutes.
The outcome cannot be altered.
Oh, why, hello, everyone. Sorry. I had to take a call. We are back.
Oh!
Holy shit, it is really warm in my room where I'm streaming. Should I turn on the AC? What's it gonna be tomorrow? What is it gonna be tomorrow? It's gonna be hot on Monday. Turn it on. I think I need to, like, so I was out in my living room, talking on the phone, and like it's like a decent temperature out there, but the second I sit down in front of all these lights and my computer, it is like 10 degrees warmer and I am baking. Let's do it. Alright, we've got like another hour and a half of Fat Morgan to do, so that's gonna be fun. We're getting to the betrayal. That AC blasts your couch? It does, and then it's freezing on the couch. I'll be right back.
Yes! Ha ha ha! Yes!
Okay. Did you hear that? I literally had to beat the AC because it was not working. No, you are not getting my appliances to unionize. No, for some reason,
I will beat you up.
the stupid AC just doesn't work as it's supposed to. Also, it is like 86 degrees in my room, so I am sweating. Okay. I was conflicted. Part of me hoped we would never arrive at the lake, and part of me wanted to get there as quickly as possible so I could be done with all this. Yes, it's 86 where I am sitting right now. It's disgusting.
Absolutely not.
Yes, so If I look glistening, that is why. What the fuck is wrong with you? Stop it! Your poor comp. Mars. Poor me, okay? That should be your first comment. I look radiant. Thank you, Lisa. The time plodded on no quicker or slower than normal. And we arrived at Morgana's door in short order, irrespective of my own selfish hopes. The thought of what was going to happen next filled me with a crushing sense of guilt. I may have been afraid of Morgana, but I had no grudge against her. I was actually quite grateful to her. She was still healing Nellie, even if the ceremony to do so inspired fear in me. She didn't hesitate to cut her own wrist open for Nellie, and for me. She didn't grimace or even frown, though I knew it had to hurt. I knew damn well that she wasn't a bad person, that she hadn't done anything to warrant being taken into custody. She might very well have been a genuine saint. But there I was, selling her out because a man with a sword threatened me. O Father who art in heaven, please forgive me for what I'm about to do. Please, please forgive me. Quit sniveling. You want her to get suspicious? But how? I can't, please, oh God. Stop crying. Would you rather I kill you here? Just close your eyes, it'll be over before you know it. Do it. Call on the witch. Morgana really is super tragic character despite ostensibly being the villain of the story. Yeah, so... I was saying earlier, Dots, I think Morgana might have the most tragic of all the characters. Like, the worst story. It's really too bad about everything that has happened to Morgana. Even more so than Michael, and Michael was tortured every day by Amy. Like, is this real life? She's a fascinating character, really, in terms of what she endured and her overall psychology, given how she was raised. Yeah. Who's there? It's me. I'm not here about Nellie today. I am sorry for being so distant lately. I want to talk things over. I thought I heard a faint gasp through the door, and then she responded. I want to talk to you too. Why? Why did she want to talk now? She had always been so curt, so rational, so quick to cut down my fantasies. Never one to get emotional or sentimental. She had always given off the impression of being something greater than human. Always been so aloof, never giving any indication of that she thought anything of me. So why? Why did she sound like a normal girl now? Why was her voice trembling slightly when she said she wanted to talk? Why now of all times? Ah! 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 Get back! No! Stay away from me! No! Help! Don't! Kill me! Ah! Take it. Well, that's your share. Should last you long enough. Why? Why? Why did you take my arm? What do you mean to share? Why? Why? It all happened in less than a minute. I told her I wanted to talk, she opened the door. Then I heard a sound like wind wisping past my ear. Next thing I knew, her cottage was covered in blood. Never once did I expect anything to happen how it did. When he'd said he wanted to capture her, I took it to mean exactly that. I hadn't thought he would turn brutal. That he would do something so horrific. After the man cut her arm off, Morgana tumbled to the floor, floundering about as he watched, blood trickling down the curved blade in his hand. Her screams were indistinguishable from those of a normal person. So they didn't treat her. How did she survive the blood loss? Her arm. Kneeling in the grass at the lakeshore, I vomited and vomited and vomited. The things I had seen in the cabin were far too much for me to handle. I tossed the arm, Morgana's arm, the man had given me, into the lake. What else was I supposed to do with it? It was an arm. A human arm. You would have to be insane to go around carrying someone's severed arm. I tried to convince myself it was all a dream, some terrible nightmare, but I could still feel the warmth of her skin fresh on my hands, the warmth of her blood on my fingers, dragging me back to reality. My mind couldn't keep up with the flood of thoughts and emotions and images. I wanted to close my eyes, but I was too afraid I would find the bloodbath in the cottage on the back of my eyelids, which left me with nothing to do but wail. I was horrified at what I had done. I knew that I was the one who had set it all into motion. If I had kept quiet, Morgana wouldn't have had to cut her arm off. But I didn't want to admit it was my fault. I didn't want to accept that I had caused it. I did nothing wrong. It's not my fault. He threatened me. It's not my fault. I had no choice. I didn't do anything. I frantically scrubbed my blood-soaked clothes in the lake as I watched the red cloud spread. I knew I was defiling something pure and beautiful, but my awareness of the fact was slowly dissipating like the blood through the clear water. By the time I had gotten all the blood off my clothes, the sun was beginning to set. I came back to my senses at the sound of a bird chirping and quickly recalled that I had left Nellie alone at the house. My legs were shaking and I could barely keep myself upright, but remembering her gave me enough motivation to drag myself back home. If she hadn't been there waiting for me, I seriously might have thrown myself into the lake instead. Yeah, the lake is infected as well. Mel? What's the matter, dearest Mel? Finn? Mel? I'm so sorry. What? I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. Will you ever be able to forgive me? Mel? I never meant for this to happen. I'm so sorry. Please, I'm begging you to forgive me. I'm begging you. You're not able to get my medicine? Is that what you're crying about? It's not that big of a deal, Mel. I'll be just fine. Honest. I'm alright. Thanks. I wanted to forget everything. I wanted to forget about my involvement, about the horrible things I caused to happen. But whenever I lay down to go to sleep, I heard her screams, Morgana's animalistic howls. I saw her cottage, blood splattered everywhere. I felt her severed arm still warm in my hands. From that day on, what sleep I got was hardly restful. Nellie probably didn't notice anything about her feverish haze. But I'm willing to bet I looked like hell. Praying time would cause the memory to fade. I started looking for doctors again. Her arm got cut off for nothing, literally. And also, the fact that the beast didn't take her arm, I'm like very confused. How did he attempt to store her blood? Instead of clinging to a miracle, I would try to leave Nellie's sickness cured the way did. At some point, though, all that money I'd been given started running low. If I'd thought about it for 2 seconds, I would have seen it coming. I hadn't exactly been frugal in my attempts to cure Nellie, nor had I been especially concerned about money before she fell ill. I was so used to living like an aristocrat, and I hadn't succeeded in breaking those old habits, which left me with only one thing I could do for Nellie, be with her day in and day out. Oh, he took Morgana. He took Morgana and cut off the arm. And threw the arm at Mel and then escaped with Morgana. Right. Okay. That's right. I don't know why, Dots. I thought she was still in the cottage when they left. Every day that passed, I lost a little more hope. If I couldn't do anything and Nellie died, I would be utterly alone. Right. Okay. That was what scared me more than anything. The nightmares were eating away at me, leaving me with nowhere to run. And if I didn't have someone there with me, I wouldn't have been able to put myself together. After 3 or so days of me sitting by Nellie's bedside, hardly moving, there was a knock at the door. Who's there? Who is it? Open the door, unless you want me to kick it down. Ugh. My suspicion was correct. I couldn't think of anyone else who would come visit. But what I didn't know is why he had come back. I don't want anything to do with you anymore. Open the door. Leave me alone, please. I want nothing to do with anything you're doing. Open the door. No, I'm not letting you in for any reason. Okay then, I'll break it down. Don't. My sister's inside sleeping. Are you waking her up? Then open it. What do you need? I did everything you asked me to already. What happened to the witch's arm? I threw it away. You really think I was gonna keep that? A person's arm. Mel, what's going on? Have a visitor? Nellie. Should get them something to drink. Don't worry about it, Nellie. Get some sleep, alright? Can we go outside? I'd really rather not talk in here. Fine by me. So that's your sister. Explains why you look so much alike. That's none of your damn business. Wanted the miracle blood to cure your sick sister, did you not? And you're telling me you threw the arm away. Are you interested in getting more blood? What? We're taking the witch's blood, turning it into a medicine and selling it through the church. Selling it? You're doing business in a house of worship? No. I suppose we're technically giving it away. And we're asking for tithes. So really, it's the same thing. I'm not from this land, so to me it looks no different than business. But the people here, they see it as a charity. The Lord says if you'll assist us, He'll provide you with the medicine we're making. The Lord? Why would the Lord be? Well, if I know. Because it seems like good money. So, will you help us? You're gonna make me get my hands dirty for you again? I can't. Not again. Oh right, I forgot to mention one detail. You don't have a choice this time. Huh? You know about the miracle blood, which means we can't let you go unattended. If you say no, I have permission from the Lord to kill you on the spot. Why? So, will you help us? Or will you die here? What was the right thing for me to do then? Should I have fought back and died? Should I have tried to run? Should I have taken my own life? I'm sure you've heard enough to know by now that I'm a weakling, pushover. I didn't have the spine to do anything but agree to meet. He told me about the mansion, and he gave me one of a set of 3 keys. I wanted so badly to get rid of the key, but with that man's shadow constantly hanging over me, I couldn't bring myself to do it. And when I could be the next one to end up losing a limb or 2, there was no way I could have disobeyed them. And that's everything that happened 6 months ago. Every day since I arrived here, I brought Morgana breakfast and supper. She doesn't say anything, and I saw it in her eyes the first time I stepped through that door. How could you do that to me? I've never looked her in the eyes since, because I'm too afraid of what I might see in them. Take her away. And that is how I ended up here. So he was threatened. He didn't actually want to cause Morgana harm. It doesn't excuse what he's done, though. See, what I tell you, I'm not at all the brother you thought I was. Mock me, ridicule me, call me worthless, a coward, a terrible person. Go on, what are you waiting for? But we're threatened, Mel. He said he would hurt me, hurt you. That's the only reason you went along with him. Mars? You didn't do anything wrong, dearest Mel. The other man is the bad guy, not you. You did the best you could. You didn't have a choice. That terrible man forced you to do everything. Nellie. You didn't do anything wrong, dearest Mel. No. Didn't do anything wrong. Had no other choice. That's not true. All you're doing is closing your eyes. What? You mustn't coddle yourself. Yeah, I mean, first of all, he's a kid, and he was in a really tight situation, right? He's being threatened. His sister was a hostage. His options were like kill himself after they got to the cottage. Or like, I don't know. I feel like he was between a rock and a hard place. And he's taking responsibility for what he did. That's why he feels so guilty. So, I don't even know if you could call that jellyfishing. I think he's just, like, genuinely had no other choice. What was I supposed to do then? Don't be mean to my Mel. Did you really do the best you could? Did you even once try to do something about the situation, as hopeless as it may have seemed? Did you not even conceive of any other options? Could you not have come up with something else to say at Morgana's house? Something that might have given her even the slightest clue she was in danger. But she opened the door. Did you do anything? Did you even so much as attempt to stop him? My legs were shaking so bad I couldn't move. I feel like that's unfair for him to ask. There's no way I could have stopped him. At the very least, you shouldn't have fled. You could have stayed and told her the truth. That you weren't there willingly, and maybe she wouldn't have felt so utterly betrayed. But he was there. You think I could have actually stayed there with him? Not a chance. And it's not like Morgana would have... She opened the door because she trusted you. She isn't the easiest person to read. But she was opening up to you. And what did you do with that trust? Stop it. Please, you've made your point. It's not all Mel's fault either. If anything, he's a victim. He was just trying to protect me. Listening to anything he said, Nellie. You were not Mel's first priority. He did what he did for his own sake. Well, what did you expect me to do? Full courage I don't have out of thin air? What's so wrong with self-preservation? There was nothing I could have done to stop him. I'd love to see you try and do any better, then maybe you'll understand how scared I was, how little I could have done. Must be nice to be an outsider, to talk about my experiences like you know anything, analyze my decisions, go on about what I should have done. Yeah, get his ass, Mel. Honestly, I think Michael's being wild. You don't have a damn clue how terrifying it all was. How I felt having to go through it. Yeah, you're right. It would have been the courageous thing to do is to sacrifice your life for someone else. But you know what? People like that only exist in stories. Except you don't actually understand that. You just want to give me crap for not being perfect. Do you want my pity? Is that all you want? If I tell you I feel bad for you, and oh, how hard it must have been, will that satisfy you? Do you not want to know what you can do now? What's even left to do? Nothing I do is going to make her situation any better. It won't make her arm come back. All is not yet lost. Open your eyes, take a good look. Take a good long look inside yourself. Think about what you can do. Stop sitting on your hands telling yourself it's too late. There's still time to make a difference. You just have to commit to act. I don't think you're an especially bad or cowardly person. I think you're an ordinary man. It might sound like I'm telling you to do the impossible. But soon the time will come when you must make your choice. When you must stand up and take some responsibility for what you've done. No one's childhood lasts forever. The good days are long behind you before you ever realize they've passed. When faced with the consequences of your actions, you should not have turned and run, but held yourself accountable. It is perhaps a disproportionately large burden for you to bear, but it's fast approaching, and you need to make a decision. Find your courage. Set Morgana free. Mel. Mel? But even if I open the door for her, it's too little, too late. She'll never forgive me after. Is her forgiveness the reason you should act? No, it's penance for what you've done to her. Atonement for your sins. Whether she forgives you or not is beside the point. The question on the table right now is whether you are going to do the right thing. And what about her blood? Without Saint's blood, Nellie won't. You don't have to worry about me, dearest Mel. My life isn't so important that I want to take someone else's away to keep it. I'll think about what I can do to help too. It's partially my fault after all. So please, Mel. Set the Saintess free. I mean, it has to be soon, Lisa. So, like... Well, first of all, the Beast was the swordsman. But Michael needs to possibly talk to them? Like, to get their keys. I honestly wasn't expecting Mel's... Like, this is a lot of time spent on just the Door 1 character. So, I'm wondering if the other Door 2 and Door 3 characters are going to have equally long segments, in which case we are definitely not finishing this weekend. Your quiet life is built on the foundation of lies, and I know that by now you've realized there's no real value in a life like that. You wanted to do something about this. I can't see persuading the other two being easy or even possible. Yeah, so maybe it's like Mel is the main focus of the duration here because he's the only one out of them that was like a reasonable person. Whereas like the Beast is a killer and the Lord does not give a fuck. But the point still stands that you have to be able to get the keys from them, right? You need all 3 keys. Yeah. He's our bestia. Let's just poison all of them and be done with it. Salvation? But who? Who would give it to me? I already told you I would. But why? Because I promised you. And you expect me to believe that? Yes. If you choose to sit here and wallow in regret, there's no going back. Now is your only chance to make a change. Mel. All right. I'll help. I'll help you set her free. Dearest Mel. I knew all along. That was what I needed to do. And I could never bring myself to act on it. There was no way I could accomplish anything alone. I'm basically helpless on my own. Everything about this is so completely outside anything I've ever had to deal with before. So I had no way of having any idea what I was supposed to do about it. God can be pretty cruel. Why would he force a boy like me to make such a difficult choice? Yes, he can be. You were made to be part of a more normal, a less tumultuous world. But you've come too far to go back to that. So at the least you can do is change the world you're in now. Yeah. I doubt I need to remind you, you know. You can't get in with only my key. You need all three. And the other two, they don't feel an ounce of remorse. Taking their keys won't be easy. Easy or not, we have to get them. And I'm sure there's a way. Must be. Just so we're clear, you're not gonna overpower them. The guy with the sword's much stronger than you, and he knows how to use a blade. And he's the Lord's bodyguard, so you're not getting near the Lord either. Even the two of us together wouldn't stand a chance against him. You seem pretty weak from the looks of you. Who knows, maybe I am stronger than you. God, do I really want to hit this boy? No, so the beast, we don't know if the beast has been drinking the blood, to be honest. Deep breaths, Michael, deep breaths. There must be some way we can get their keys. I know they both have people they're close to. Huh? Well, they're close to? Talk about that later. Now that you've made your decision, talking with me isn't your top priority, is it? Nellie. I'm sorry for involving you in all this. I'm really sorry for being, well, what I am. I'm no prince, that's for sure. Always were my prince, though, dearest Mel. You did your best to be the brother I wanted you to be. Honestly, I adored the way you fawned over me. All that affection just felt too good. What? It made me feel like I was special, important, having someone to care for, to pamper. It was empowering. That's the kind of guy your brother is. If someone else, some other girl were to ever show up and call me her prince, say she loved me, I'd probably try and act like a prince for her too. Why would you say that? Because all this, it's been so hard on me. Such a huge weight on my shoulders that every so often I would think, just how much easier would it be if I could get rid of her? If Morgana was just a regular girl, not a saint or a witch or any of that, just a pretty girl about my age, she might have been the one getting all my attention instead of you. That's who I am. It's not you, dearest Mel. You're just beating yourself up. Maybe you would have chosen her over me. That wouldn't make you any less of a man. How can you say that? Oh, can you say that after everything I just told you? Because, Mel, Tell me how despicable I am, Nellie. I'm not the brother you once adored anymore, am I? You're not what I thought you were. But you're still my one and only brother. Because I would get rid of her myself in that scenario. I would get rid of her hair in that scenario. Snip, snip. That will never change, no matter what kind of person you become. It was wrong of me to try and make you into my prince, Mel. I should have done my job as your one and only sister in the whole wide world. Been there to help you as much as you helped me. Lisa, this one is... You're gonna have to watch Door 1 VOD. I can't go. I'm not going there. You did your best to live up to them, and I ended up forcing you to pretend to be someone you're not. It's not true, Nellie. I enjoyed feeling idolized. But you knew it wouldn't last forever, didn't you? I should have been beside you, not looking up at you. I let you coddle me. I let myself indulge in your love. I thought everything would be alright as long as you kept telling me how adorable I was. They were like magic words to me. I kept my eyes shut. Mel, starting today, I'm going to do my best to be your sister. I'm all done holding you to fairy tale ideals. I won't make you pretend to be a prince for me anymore. And I won't try to be your princess either. Just Going to be your little sister. So get back on your feet and stand tall, dearest Mel. I know you'll probably have to pay for what you've done when the Saintess goes free, and I know you'll probably cry about it for days, but I won't regret making the decision. Huh, I don't know what to say. I wasn't expecting you to handle this so maturely. You're putting your big brother to shame, Nellie. Mother once told me that girls grow up faster than boys. She was right about that. Thank you, Nellie, for accepting me, in spite of all the awful things I've done, and for having me as your brother. Quite welcome, dearest Mel. You love Nellie in this door? Giselle's theme is playing. I'm gonna go make another drink.
I'm on the next level. Absolutely not.
Hi everyone. You liked Nelly in the previous door? Do you mean door 1? I think door 1 Nelly was kind of peak. Oh, we're also hydrating for Lisa. If there are any other hydrations, please let me know. Oh, and there goes Lisa again. Got it. Well, it looks like that's one problem solved. We finally reached the point in their relationship where they belong. If she could have come to terms with herself sooner, come to an understanding with him, then maybe she could have reeled in her ideals before she lost control of them. Yeah, maybe. This Nelly and the other Nelly seem to be of the same essence. Oh, Mars also redeeming? Okay. They both have a somewhat excessive love for their brother, and that love expressed itself by transforming him into a prince. If she could have done the same thing then as she did here, then maybe their tragedy could have been avoided. This is before then, though. Since they were able to fix things up in this life, maybe it'll have a positive effect on their next life. This could change the future. They may share the same souls, but they lived in completely different times. Do you really think something like this could have any effect on the lives of people hundreds of years from now? There's no way to be certain, of course, but considering how tightly the two seem to be bound, I doubt it will have no effect. I hope it has some effect. Giselle. I was there, in the mansion, as it all happened, and I just stood by and watched. I feel so guilty about that. If I'd done something, then maybe it wouldn't have turned out like that. I hate what I was then, what I was until just recently. From the memories left imprinted throughout the mansion, I showed you bits and pieces of their lives. And as I told you, their tale, the only thing I contributed was disparaging commentary. I don't feel like you were that critical. I absolutely was. I talked about them as if they were somehow beneath me. Yes, you did occasionally offer an opinion on someone, or something you showed me beyond the doors, but the fact that you were mostly detached from the events there is what allowed me to get to the core of their characters. If you hadn't been in the position you were, so you could tell me the story the way you did, I would never have been able to talk them into helping. You contributed more than criticism. Your words weren't for nothing. They made this possible. It makes me feel a lot better hearing that from you. And if you still regret your inaction, then make up for it now by taking action here, and have faith that it will bear fruit in their next lives. I will. I wonder if Morgana might have a change of heart too. It's not like Mel wanted to bring her so much pain. He deeply regrets what he did, so maybe she won't bear quite as much resentment after she learns that. Yes, I know what you're going to say. If that was enough to assuage her, you wouldn't have held on to her hatred. She wouldn't have held on to her hatred for all those hundreds of years. Still though, I hope it does something for her, however small. As do I. It's gotten pretty late, so I'm gonna take Nelly back to the cottage. Okay. If you have some secret plan to get the other 2 keys, could you fill me in on it tomorrow? Sure. Also, I could get you another room if you wanted. This one isn't the nicest. No, it's fine. I've come to realize I'm more at home in a less comfortable environment. Michael? Yeah, we'll see about that, Dots. Am I just imagining it, or was that as depressing as it sounded? That's not quite what I was going for. Well, anyway, if you're fine with it, suit yourself. Say, I've got one huge lingering question, if you wouldn't mind enlightening me. Yes. Why would you go to such lengths for me? I got you. You seem to know Morgana, so I can understand why you would be fighting for her. But me? I had a part in putting her in that tower. You have every reason to hate me. So why would you want to help me? If this was all it took for me to hate someone, I would curse every last man and woman in the world. I bear no animosity for you. And even if I did, you've committed to take action. Doesn't explain why you were so concerned about us. It almost seemed like you actually cared about me and Nelly. But we're complete strangers. We just met today. Oh my, Saber. Hey, get your songs ready. Alright, I'm expecting great things from you. Because some part of me couldn't think of you as strangers anymore. Huh? That's right. Song request? Yeah, we're doing song request when I do fighting games after this. I'm gonna be practicing fighting games for the last part of the triple feature. And it's gonna be like a lot of different fighting games, I think. Because I haven't yeah. So we're gonna be hanging out with music while I press arcade stick buttons. That's right. When he came by this afternoon to talk, he didn't really feel like a stranger to me either. It was so weird, like he'd known me my whole life. So I made him into it, my second brother. Your second brother? You're more than welcome to change the order, Nelly. Make him number 2 and me number 1. Ah, I wish I could join in and be big sister number 1. I'll have to think about it. After all, you might be number 1 material. Whoa, whoa! Why is that even up for consideration? I'm just kidding, dearest Mel. Oh. I'm still kind of confused, but anyway, I'm glad someone like you showed up. I've actually been praying every night for God to send someone who can get me out of this. I really am useless all on my own. Constantly looking for someone to help, unable to do anything by myself. And trust me, I realize how pathetic that is. Now you must have had a pretty good life to be able to be so proactive in the face of adversity. Alright, we're hydrating. Oh. You're 100 meters off the target. Dearest Mel. Bet you've had everyone's respect, helped people in need, had plenty of friends who had your back, and weren't tossed out by your family like I was. You must have been incredibly blessed. Well, Mel, you literally, this is not the person to be talking to. Friends who had your back, they all betrayed him. Tossed out by family, tossed. I'm jealous, really. Sorry, that came out of nowhere. I know. Well, I should be going. See you tomorrow. Good night, Michael. Brother number 2. Good night. Michael he wasn't trying to be. Yes, I know. I just thought it was rather funny. My god, the number of, I'm just realizing that you did it. I was Saber. I'm not taking a stand because I've been blessed, but because I've got nothing left to lose. I fight for Morgana because I understand what it's like to be tortured day after day. Having experienced the loss of my siblings, I didn't want the 2 of them to go through the same thing. If anything, it's those who have lost the most that are most likely to take action. I'm not sure you realized it or not, Michael, but you've gotten to be a great deal more expressive since arriving in this era. I can't see your face, but I can hear it in your voice, and I can feel it in your presence. So I'm sure it's showing there too. Making all sorts of faces I've never seen before. Some of the things you've lost, you seem to be getting back. So you can't say you've got nothing left to lose anymore. Promise me, you'll let me see all these new faces for myself someday. I will. Promise. We can manage to destroy the mansion. That should release you from its darkness, and allow us to see each other once again. I trust you. I have faith we can do this. Wait, but with the mansion's destruction, both our souls will be returned to their rightful places, which would mean erased from existence. That's kind of Giselle. Blah. Just thought I sensed your grimacing. It's almost like he's being allowed to interact with the world after being locked up for 13 years. Yeah, crazy that he's acting differently after speaking to people. Ha! Wow, you felt that? What's the matter? Sorry, I didn't want to bring down the mood. It's just, well, and I know this is asking for the moon, but I was just thinking it would be nice if you had a life you could go back to. Did? Yeah. I mean, here you are, expressive as you've ever been, walking around outside, being around other people, talking to them. After all that time in the mansion, without a life of your own to go back to. Hydrated. I'm sorry. After seeing behind your door, and learning how cruel and inhumane life was to you, feel the world could stand to do something good to make up for it. It's done all the good it needs to. I have someone who cares enough to lament my fate. What more could I ask for? Michael. Thank you, Giselle. You're not the only one who's asking for the moon either. I wish I could have a life with you as the person I am now. And for that, knowing that I have no future feels worse now than ever before. Alrighty, that's enough moping around for one night. We should start planning for tomorrow. Things are definitely looking up. It only took one day to get Mel on our side, so let's keep it up and win over the other two. I would certainly like to, yes. Where did all that confidence go? The other two won't be nearly as easy to convince as Mel. I'm not even sure if we'll be able to talk to them into helping. We do have pretty good of an idea who the swordsman... We do have a pretty good idea who the swordsman's in this for, though. The nun. So maybe we can get to him through her. Like we did today with Nellie and Mel. Maybe. Alright, then we'll start by approaching her tomorrow. So, you know what that means. When the time comes for Jacopo, it's gonna be time for Maria. And I can't wait to see who Maria is in this world. Sounds like a plan. Lord, though, him I'm not too sure about. I'm assuming he's from behind the third door. But we didn't run into anyone he was close with today. And in Morgana's telling of the events of the Harvest Festival, she only mentioned 5 people. Let's see. The Lord, the Swordsman, Mel, Nellie, and the Nun. There's one person unaccounted for. Maria! We just haven't run into them yet, that's all. If he's the man from the third door, I can't imagine she won't be here too. Who's losing their confidence now? In any event, tomorrow we talk to the nun. I only hope it goes as well as it did today. You've got me. You don't have to worry about anything, or all things considered, you might not even need me. No, I wouldn't say that. Handled Mel pretty amazingly, though. I'm not gonna lie, my heart was pounding the whole time. I was afraid you were going to slip up and say something boneheaded. She offered to casually make out with Michael, too. Wait. Who? But you managed to keep it together, and I didn't have to come to the rescue. Well... I could make a book of quotes out of your performance today. Oh, for the love of God, please don't. So I'm not concerned at all. Maria? She was. Oh, jeez. She taught the white-haired girl to dance. Say whatever you think is the right thing to say. I'm more than happy to sit back and watch. The more you pile on expectations, the more afraid it makes me that I'm gonna trip up. Besides, I don't think I could have done any of that without you. Why not? Well, my life was hardly as pride-worthy as Mel seemed to think. So I didn't really feel like I had a right to talk to him like that. But knowing you were there, urging me on, was what allowed me to act without hesitation. So, thank you. No thanks necessary, but if you say so, then you're more than welcome. I'm glad I could be of assistance, if just a little. As you were. Now, let's keep this momentum up tomorrow. It's getting a bit late, though, so you should probably get some sleep. What is it? Kind of don't want to sleep. What? Why not? For somewhat childish reasons. Aw. Are you sad you won't be able to hear my voice? Are you lonely, my poor dear? Damn. Oh, this is kind of sweet, because if everything goes according to plan, Michael realized that they're going to be separated. That's super bittersweet. What? That's the last thing I expected you to admit to. Okay, well, do you want to stay up and talk for a little longer then? Not too long, though. You need to rest up for tomorrow. Who knows? Maybe I'll show up in your dreams if you wish hard enough. I've seen them interact in a less fucked up context of this door. It's nice to see them getting team up to figure this out instead of having not knowing who they are being tormented by the witch or anything. Yeah, it is nice that they're working together, but like now there's this like foreboding feeling of like if this plan works out, they're going to get separated and never see each other again. Which is sad. That's me using the power of chaos to tear them apart. Not Cold Steel 3 when? Listen, Cold Steel 3 is after Ayuden, okay? Okay, fine. Ja, you are such a pot stirrer. Ja, you better get your song requests ready, okay? I'm just saying. Alright, and now Rosen, okay. You guys stirring the pot with Rosen in the chat is toxic because he's gonna latch on. I know how this goes. Imagine her laugh right there was Nagito's laugh. The fact that I'm even able to talk with Giselle right now is a miracle and a blessing. So, is it avarice for me to yearn for more, knowing I've already been granted such a great bounty? I want to see her face as much as she wants to see mine. She's infinitely more expressive than me, and I want a good, long look at all those many expressions up close. I want more than her voice. I want her whole body. I want to feel her warmth. In this era, I have all 5 of my senses in full working order, as I did when I was alive. Random thought, but have you ever considered playing Disco Elysium? It's not strictly a VN, but it's VN adjacent, and it's quite good. So a friend told me about Disco Elysium, and I'm not fully convinced that it's something I would enjoy. It's like on my radar, but I don't know if I would even put it on the list yet. And as I say that, let's quickly make sure it's not already on the list. Oh my fucking god, it's on the list. It's already on the list. I don't believe it. It's okay because that's meaningless. What do you mean it's meaningless? And why is Storm agreeing? Storm, what? Not Peggy being all, thank you for the recommendation, but no. I think that's fair. Whatever, guys. guys. Whatever. 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 Where's Tux? I need someone in my court. All right. I'm getting bullied.
So, anyway...
The list is fiction. I mean,
Nope, cause it's fiction.
have we not been playing? Have we not been playing games from the list this whole time? We have. No one wants to admit it, but we have. This stream adheres to the list, and that is the truth. Well, is that wrong of me to do, Rosenlock? Just because you added me to the list you want to play does not give it... What? No! Everything that we've played has been on the list! Everything! Everything that we've been playing. The list. I love the list! The list is... My life is about having lists, okay? So when I have this list, it's endless recommendations, not endless. It's 204 recommendations plus 23 replays, 19 games coming up that are interesting, like 8 Danganronpa fan games. Like, it's everything that I need to have at my fingertips. I was just talking with a VN enjoying friend about Disco Elysium recently. Remember how much I enjoyed it. Yeah, listen, Dots. I have reservations about Disco Elysium, but it's on the list, so eventually, maybe in 2188, we could stream it. Alright, Rosen, I feel like the community in general has been trying to level up their Heather usage recently. Okay, they have been. Everyone wants to get on the level of Tux and not be on the level of Natalie. And you know what? It makes sense. Is there something that you're unsure about with it out of curiosity? I wasn't sure if there was a specific reason. I think it was general vibes, if I'm being honest. I haven't looked a ton into it. It was just a general vibe I had from the little bit that I had seen. Talk is cheap, it is what it is in the context of, see, that was me Casey Wendying IRL. Anyways. Right, so... Giselle, though, she doesn't. She remains dead. As lively as she may be now, that's the one thing she did not get back. I truly wish she could have been here too. She would have certainly found more joy in her renewed life than me. And she certainly belongs under the sun far more than I do, but she, rather than me, was the one left behind in that realm of darkness. A fact that frustrates me immensely. In life, I would have considered her remark about seeing her in my life, in my dreams, silly and saccharine, but now, I very much hope it happens. Okay. 2 days until her death. What time is it? Do we open this can of worms? Do we do a little bit of this segment, or do we go to fighting games? I need feedback. Are y'all hooked on the Fat Morgan, or are we more in like a song request and vibe to fighting games? Give me some feedback, everyone. Okay. Blade says hydrate. We're just gonna... What does the list say? The list doesn't... The list is irrelevant. Oh god, no, don't clip that! The list is only irrelevant in this situation, that's all. Yeah, Rosen's always backing me into a corner, alright? You're half listening because you're doing Genshin's summer event with dragons and toy soldiers. God damn it. Ugh. I need more drama? Alright. Wake up. Come on. Wake up, please. Wake up. Come on, up with you. Oh, I love this song! Hydrating with Lisa. We need to see Pengy act on how he truly feels about the clergy. Yeah, I killed the clergy in Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. Oh, thank goodness! We're out so good I was scared you might be dead for a minute. No! I didn't mean it like that! The context! The context, Rosen! Good morning. How are you feeling? Why are you looking at me like I just kicked your cat? It's incredible how much more pleasant it is to be woken up by a woman than a boy. Oh, Michael, that's not... Listen, the list is fine. It's just not relevant to me playing more Fata Morgana or playing fighting game. Alright? Alright, we're doing this again. That's the thanks I get for waking you up? Hey Saber, do that emote. You see it? Classic. Do it. Or did I interpret a nice dream? You have it, Mars! It's literally... It is literally in the channel. You can do it. Just do it! It's universal! Listen, Pengy, sometimes it helps to be soon. The way the list doesn't get comfortable... Listen. Kuroi, I love the list. I'm being taken out of context, and it's not okay. It doesn't let you use that emote in Discord? Yeah, it does. It's in the server. It's classic with 2 C's at the end. Classic. Like that guy that left the Discord. It says you need nitro? Classic! Jaw, I can't with you. You are so... Yeah. Okay. There it is! Mars did it! Everyone clap for Mars.
Oh.
Great job, Mars! You could get rid of some garbage emotes so it doesn't say I need nitro.
Stay strong and carry on.
Wait, that's not how it works. You should be able to use it because it's a server emote. I still don't know how you can use it. What do you mean? Wait, no? Oh yeah, so Mars, it's a BTTV emote. So those are like a shared emote server that you can add to your chat. I just have to add it. So there's a few emotes that you can use on my channel that are BTTV emotes. So like stuff like this and this and this. Like what else is even a BTT? This is a BTTV emote. Like they're all just like universal things that are added by the streamer so that the chat can use them. But they have to add it first. It's not like a default. Yeah, Cat Jam is one. Yeah. So it's not like a Mia is another one. So it's not regular subscriber emote. It's just like a chat emote that I've enabled for you. Usually Tux tells me what to add and take away, so I just listen. Although he does occasionally tell me to add stupid things that I hate, and I don't. You definitely seem like a mind in the gutter kind of guy. We'll murder you. Whoa, let's not be hasty now. You said you were gonna help me out. That doesn't sound very helpful. The worst part is how similar his wake-up call was to Giselle's. Just kidding. And you know, I can get up on my own. Well, fair enough, I guess. Though, put yourself in my shoes for a sec. I came in and you were still as a corpse. It startled me enough. I took your pulse. It touched me while I was sleeping. It was faint, but it was there. But that's wonderful news. They're handing out breakfast in the dining hall. You can go get a plate yourself if you want. It's just some bread and wine, though. Dining hall. There's quite the crowd. All the people here helping with festival prep. So you probably should hurry if you want to get some. Yeah, there's Monkagun. See, it's a good emote, Mars. It's a counter emote to Kleegun. I don't know if we're gonna meet Maria there. We'll see. Maria might not appear until Jacob Poe's arc. We're like not even through we haven't even started Bestia's arc. Hold on, I need a minute. My mind's still waking up. First off, I thought you said the church wasn't offering boarding at the moment. So why a dining hall? Ah, right. It's not. But they do still offer breakfast. For free, of course. Aid. Now, what do you mean by festival prep? As I mentioned yesterday, the heart of the Harvest Festival is here at the church, but it's a citywide event. There are all sorts of supplies that need to be purchased, decorations made and put up, that sort of thing. So we've got volunteers from the city here to help. I see. I believe today they're supposed to be putting up decorations outside the chapel, so the courtyard should be a bustle. The courtyard. Yeah. Less court, more yard, really. We passed through it on our way here yesterday. Oh, right. I think I know what you're referring to. So, as long as I'm here, I don't have much of a choice but to help with prep. I'd honestly rather set Morgana free right now. The other two are bound to find out if either of us do anything too conspicuous. For now, I should stick to my routine, at least where people can see me. That would be the smart thing to do. Yeah. Anyway, let me know when you're planning on doing anything. If there's anything I can help with, I will. I'll let you know. Okay, well, I should get going. See you later, I guess. Mel, do you know where I could find the nun? Her? She should be around in the dining hall. Thank you. And the other two men. The Lord and his bodyguard. They're only around early mornings and nights. So I doubt either of them are here right now. Why only then? That's when they go up into the tower. Though even if they were on the property, you wouldn't be able to just walk up to them and talk to them. Especially not the Lord. Also, I don't keep track of where they go or what they do. Sorry. I don't really want to know what they're up to. So I've kept my distance. Understandable. Thank you anyway. See you later. He's holding it together fairly well, all things considered. Finally resolving to do something about Morgana took a big weight off his shoulders, I guess. Oh, Giselle. Good morning, Michael. Good morning. it's a bit soon to be feeling relieved, I think. There's still more work to be done before Mel can face Morgana. That first step is still a big one, though, at least for him, I suppose. Anyway, it sounds like the Lord is going to be difficult to make contact with, which is what I was afraid of. Our only opportunities are when he's here to feed Morgana. Nell did say he'd keep close tabs on the two of them, so there might be more than just that. First priority is getting you fed, Michael. So off to the dining hall we go. Curiosity, did you sleep at all? I haven't been sleepy once since I became the maid. But I'm used to it, so don't worry about me. You said you see what I'm seeing there in the darkness, didn't you? That's what it looks like, at least. Which means when my eyes are closed, she has no light at all. Maybe I shouldn't have gone to sleep after all. I know what you're thinking, Michael. I know you're wrong. You need your sleep. You don't have the energy to do anything if you don't keep yourself well rested and nourished. Right. We should get going. To the dining hall? I make my way through the halls to the room with the fireplace, the area I use as a living room, and the area currently serving as the dining hall. Sitting in the center of the room is a long table lined with bread and wine. Standing behind the counter, or the table, and handing out food to the long line of people is the nun. This being a church, no one is speaking especially loudly, but there's still an indistinct buzz hanging in the air as dozens of people whisper back and forth. The majority of people in the room poor, like they genuinely need the assistance, but there are a handful of people who look more than well off. That's a lot more people than I was expecting. They don't turn anyone away, which, as I recall from Morgana's account, nearly drained the church of everything it had once. They don't seem to be for want of supplies at the moment, though. I assume that's thanks to the Lord's patronage. Most likely, yes. In any event, I doubt we're getting anywhere near her in the mornings. I'm gonna have to make another drink. She looks like she's got her hands full. That doesn't change the fact that we need to speak with her. I'm going to try and squeeze past the crowd. Well, Michael, wait a sec. Hey now, no cutting in line, young man. We've been waiting since dawn. Please let me through. I have business with the nun. I ain't letting you through just because you told me to. This is important. No more important than any of our business. Lisa! Alright, I'll be right back.
La la la, da da da.
Oh!
Welcome to my garden.
Cause it's a game!
Hey guys. Hi, I'm back. Alright, we're gonna find a stopping point in Morgana soon because I want to play fighting games.
Well now.
Stop it, Lisa! Ah! Blade! Alright. I'm glad everyone knows how to use classic now. Lisa! Lisa, you're so problematic!
La la la, da da da.
Yeah. No more important than any of our business. Our lives depend on this food. So,
Was he also in possession of the all-seeing eye?
get your tail to the back of the line. Here we go. What seems to be the trouble? Could I ask for a moment of your time? I need to speak with you. Well, as you can see, I'm a bit occupied. It won't take much of your time, I promise. But it's very important you give it a rest already, young man. Can't you see she ain't interested? Give me a hand getting this guy out of here, fellas. Well, wait. Just don't get rough, okay? Alucard looking son of a gun? Yeah. It's Michael. Of course, Arsaintus. Pick it up, young man. You need some time outside to cool off. Stop. Watch the hair. That went extraordinarily well. You know, Michael, sometimes I can't decide whether you're calculated or reckless. And now I realize I never got that bread. We should wait and try to talk to the nun when she's not so busy. She has to have some free time during the day. You're right. What do you say we take a look around the mansion while we're waiting? Who knows, maybe we'll run into someone else. Alright. Don't let it get to you. Alright. Guys, this is where I'm making our Fat Morgan save for the night.
Well now.
We're gonna play more Fata Morgana tomorrow, but for the rest of tonight, I want to vibe with song requests and fighting games. Does everyone understand?
Yes.
Alright. So the rest of stream, the background is very classic, yes. The rest of stream is gonna be song requests, just like it was last night, but we're gonna do fighting games tonight instead of E7. How exciting is that? I'll probably won't make it tomorrow, so I'll see you in the pod. Oh, are you going to bed, Lisa? No. So the same rule from last night applies to tonight. Only one Shania song and I won't skip, otherwise I'll skip. If you guys spam it, I'll fucking skip it. Tomorrow's Fata stream? Okay. Tomorrow's Feta stream? Okay. So, let me hook up my arcade stick, and we're gonna make this happen.
See ya later!
Going. Is that Lisa? Lisa, you don't even have any parting music to give us? Alright, good night, Lisa. You guys, should I keep the queue from last night or should we clear it? Let me know. Let me know what you think we should do. So, like, how many songs are in the queue, first of all? Clear because I wasn't here? Okay. Fair enough. Let's see what we got. So last night's song request queue only had 5 songs left.